Fish on. Fish on. The camera on. Yeah. Perfect. Morning and welcome back to the Amputee Angler. And look at that behind me. Absolutely stunning. We're out with John and Joe on the Barracuda today. We're just catching a few live baits, and the plan is to try and get a few bass today. Now the limit has increased to 3 fish per person this year, if you want to keep free. And we are looking for a couple of table fish today, so that will be on the cards. But we need about 15-20 live baits, I think. And we've got one so far, so we've got a little way to go yet. But I'll show you the rigs as I get up there, onto the mark, what we're doing, how we're doing it, of course if we get anything. After a bit of kerfuffle getting some live baits, we have finally got a dozen. It was a bit harder than we anticipated, but we did get a load off a wreck in the end, so that's good. Rig nice and simple today. The only difference in my 2 rods, and I'm only fishing one at the minute, and we're on live pout. We do have a couple of whiting as well, but all we've got is a traditional clip swivel tied opposite ends, so the bit with a clip is facing towards the rod. You tie it direct, and then your weight goes on there, and then it goes down to your main line. And on one I've got a 4.0 Mutsu circle, which is down now behind me, and then on the other I'm trying out a new hook and rig from Cox Rawle. That's a bridal rig. Now bridling's not a new thing, it's been done abroad for ages, and I know it's over here as well for bass, for my shore friends, but they've designed a bridle. Now what it is a metal clip with a spike that goes through the nose of the pout. You then clip it back up, and then your bait sits here on the ring and your hook sits proud like that. And the idea is that it keeps the pout alive a bit longer because you're not shoving a whole hook through its head. So that's the idea. Haven't tested it yet, but I will today and over the season. But they look really good, and I know that they are used by some serious bass angler friends of mine. We're coming over the mark in a minute. We have got a commercial anchored up on the mark, which I wasn't expecting, but fair play. So fingers crossed we get a few fish. Right. You got one on there? Anything, dude. I don't mind, my man. Cheers, your boy. Yes. Yes, by all accounts, you put this spike through the. This spike goes through the nose, for the nostrils. Like that. Yeah, so the spike is through the nostrils, so he hasn't got that whole hook through there, and it sits like that. Yeah, the idea is that you're not putting it through the head, so it lasts longer because it's not got as much damage. But I haven't tested how the hookups are with it. Surefire way to pin that off. Yep. Fish on. Fish on. Camera on. Yeah. Fish on the Cox Rawle Bridle Rig. Bridal lives up here. Well, up there is now actually.
Was something on?
No, there's something there. Yeah, it's fishing. Hopefully it's not the whiting.
No, it's not. Can't be that big.
I don't know. Come on, a bit easy.
We've been away from you.
There's a bass on there.
Guaranteed that. That's a guarantee.
There's a bass on here, guys. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good bass. Oh, go on. Go on, that's a good bass. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Good bass.
That's a solid bass.
That's a solid bass.
Very solid bass.
Wow, look at that. Oh. Guys, a lovely solid bass. Oh. There we go, I spoke about it. Look at that for a first bass of the day, obviously. That is a lovely fish. On a live bait whiting on the new Cox Rawle Bridle Rig. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. On the new hook, Sean. Again then, that was a lovely bass, about £7 that one, lovely fish. All it was a live bait whiting through the nostril holes. So I've opened out the bridle. I'm just going to push it through the top. Literally you go through its nose, you're not even really piercing the skin. And then all you do is bring it round onto the loop of the bridle and then connect it back up. And the hook sits off to one side like that. And that's it. But now that there, hopefully you can make it out, is not damaging the fish. It's going through its nostrils. You're not even putting a hole in it because the holes are already there. And then that's it. And that's what had that bass. Right, all we're doing, lowering it to the bottom and then coming up about 6-7 turns. And then we're just checking the depths every now and then because the ground is obviously undulating. You don't want to be too high, you don't want to be too low, otherwise you're dragging the bottom and you'll kill your live baits or lose your gear. And that's it. I was just saying to John, we are a little bit early for this mark where we are. About another week normally, week and a half. It's always around the same time the bream kick off, around the 2nd, 3rd week in April. It's the 8th of April today. But the fish that are here normally are the better fish. The fact there's only one commercial here and he's anchored up, and the season's been open for 8 days. They've had time to have a look around, find out where the fish aren't, and the fact they're not here tells me actually they're probably on a wreck somewhere at the minute. But as we've just proven, you can still find fish. So we're giving the anchor guy a wide berth just to give him some space. And then we've got rods at the back. Like I said, all we're doing, just checking our depths. Because as you come up and down the ground, you know, you might be 10 turns or 6 turns up in one spot, but then you might be 30 in another, or you'll be dragging the bottom. So you can't just stick it in the holders. The beauty of circle hooks, or in that case was an octopus hook, a 5.0 octopus hook on the bridle rig, is once they take that fish, they normally take it aggressively and they hook themselves. So you haven't got to worry about, there's no striking with this sort of fishing, just reel down and you're in. And that one must have been swimming up with me for quite a lot because I thought I'd lost it at one point. Yeah, nice fish. Yeah, we got. Yeah, fish on.
Fish on.
Fish on. There we go.
Johnny Boy's found them.
There we go.
Johnny
Fish on.
Boy's found them.
Just told you, you don't do nothing with it, let it go. I've just actually seen John had a bite and I was telling John he's got one. And then again, my bridle rig has gone over again.
Feel good?
It's not as big as the last one, but it's a fish. It's on that bridle again.
You don't know yet. The other one didn't feel big either.
No, it didn't, to be fair, did it?
That's it. So let's not come to conclusions until we actually see it.
I don't know, actually, it's a bit... It might be another good one. Here's the leader.
That ain't a bad one.
It's another good one, guys.
It's a bad one, you know.
Get in the net, please, John. John. Can you get in the net?
It's your bridle from.
Okay, well,
Your bridle will hook onto the line. That's why.
Go on, you carry on.
Good one, mate.
It's another good one, guys. It's another good one. Yeah, look at that. Right. Bit smaller than the last one, but again, there is the bridle on a whiting again. And the bridle's actually opened out there, but that's not a problem. But that's well hooked in that side. That was another lovely bass there, another one. on the live whiting. I saw it hit. The whiting started going nuts. When you live bait him, if you've got live baits on and there's a predator nearby, you'll notice your rod will start going a little bit crazy. It's important that you don't do anything with it until it goes over, because it's the live bait getting spooked. And I saw it go a little bit crazy, then it got a hit, it pulled over, and then it came back where the bass had obviously hit it once. And I have shown this on underwater footage before. It hits it once with its gill plate to stun it, and then it'll come back round and get it again. And all I did was put it in my hand, and it went over again. It was a lovely bass, a bit smaller than the last one, maybe about 5.5 that one, but still a lovely fish. And we're going back over the mark again, see if we can get 3 and 3. But yeah, live bait of a bass. Woo. These wrecking rods are perfect for this as well, because they take the bounce out, but like pollocking, doesn't it? Takes that initial run out.
2 weeks out, I reckon.
Well, I think we are from numbers. You could come here, but you've got to remember we're only in the last bit of the tide. If we had 5 hours here, we got baits at, let's say the tide was at 12, you'd have another 3 hours going around. We'd all snatch fish pretty quick, and they'd be good ones. Perhaps we should have spent some time getting some whitings on that sand. Instead of trying to catch pouts, maybe we should have gone for some whiting.
Well, we're knowing that one, mate. It's what it is now, isn't it?
Oh, they'll take a pout, mate. We've left the mark we was on and we've come to a wreck now. I'm still live baiting a pout, but John and Joe are going down with a lure. The pout I've got on's quite big, so we will see what happens with it, if anything. Now basically I'm just wrecking with a pout now. So I'm not going to be retrieving it like a lure, but I am going to be cranking it up a few turns off that wreck, which is just coming in now. Hopefully something snaffles it. Well, there you go, John's in.
Taking mine.
Yeah, you got one there, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm not pulling up the ghost yet, so it might be silver.
There you go. It's a pollock.
It's a pollock. There we go.
You need the net there?
Yeah.
I'll get the net. I'll get the net.
Nothing major.
Come on, it's a pollock.
Couple of quid. I've got the pros.
On the pros?
And the pros.
Oh, on it.
A little one.
Okay, well done. Pollock for John, Scary's Pro.
They
Nice.
just spat out.
Oh, spat our little sprat.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. A little pollock for John there, a couple of pounds, and we're back over the wreck. I'm still going with a live bait because I just want to see if I can get something nice on a live bait over the wreck. But John's just lost another pollock on a lure on a Scary's Pro. So if he keeps getting hits on the lures and the live bait stays static, I will switch over. To be fair, actually, I could probably keep the live bait down and fish direct on my other rod.
Oh, I have got one.
What do you got? Little pout. September. You've got to come out here and go work all the wrecks with a little 4-inch lure. That's how you're going to get a John, or a little Joey mackerel live bait. That's how you're going to get a John Dory or a Lork. Well, that's the end of our session. It's 12 o'clock. Just a 2 bass this morning. Nice fish though, about £7 for the first one, 5.5 for the second. But it was not loaded in there. It probably needs another set of tides to build up a bit more fish. Been open a week this season. There was only one commercial there, which is a good indicator that actually the fish are elsewhere, because those boys know their apples from their oranges. They'll be elsewhere, but happy with what I've got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.